Ever had that feeling like there's more to life than meets the eye? Like there's this untapped potential just waiting to burst forth out of you. I've been there too. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, it's so easy to forget about the magic that lies inside of us all. But what if I told you that magic is real and it lies here right inside each and every one of us, my loves? And it's with the power of the chakras, which is exactly what we're going to be diving into in this video. Join me on a journey into the depths of the entire chakra system, my loves, in this beautiful series that I'm making here, where ancient wisdom meets scientific and modernized understanding. Together, we'll uncover the secrets of our own inner world and unleash the power that's been lying inside each and every single one of us, my loves. The reason why I even made this series to start is because the chakras have stretched my understanding of the psyche, the human psyche, the healing journey within that we can all go through, and made me want to dive into it in a deeper light. It has literally been a creation of building blocks for me. When it comes to exploring your chakra system in a deeper light, understanding the imbalances and the balances you might be having, the overactive chakras versus the underactive chakras that you're having in your own body as a whole, it affects things in a big light. And when you're really looking at the chakra system, what you'll come to understand is that everyone's chakra system is different, tailored to your own trauma that you've experienced in life, tailored to your own personal upbringing in life, tailored to your own personal experience when it comes to living life as a human as a whole. And everyone's chakra system is different in comparison. So my chakra system might be very different than your chakra system, and I want you guys to keep that in mind moving forward. But the chakra system is something that has helped me in my life when it comes to recovering from eating disorder, overcoming fears of rejection, fears of abandonment, and it has helped me look at myself in a much deeper light when it comes to looking at the shadow aspect of who I am, the darker sides of me, and embracing that, befriending those aspects of who I am. It's what introduced me to the concept of the inner child. It's what introduced me to the concept of shadow work. It's what introduced me to the concept that we are not this meat suit. We are a lot more deeper things than that. We are literal energy, and this energy sits in us for us to get to understand it better. And we need to take this opportunity. Again, this is an opportunity, hence this video, for you to get to understand yourself better in a much deeper light. But I cannot do this, and I cannot use this video, and I cannot talk in this video without mentioning the beauty, the inspiration that has led me to making something like this, that has led me to using chakra healing as an art, as an addition into my own healing services that I provide the world. When it comes to that, I'm talking about the book called Eastern Body, Western Mind by Anodia Judith. This book has literally changed my life, and it has changed my whole perspective on the chakras, because the writer of it is a psychologist who has studied the chakras and has been able to create a beautiful book where it literally explains the psychological aspect of that chakra. It explains the Eastern variation of it. What I mean by that is like more the holistical view in the chakra verse. And then it also dives into the scientific aspect of the chakra, how that affects you on a psychological level, how that affects your development stages as a human, as an adult, as a child, growing up. And it is such a beautiful way for you to do some digging of your own when it comes to deep healing and overcoming self-sabotage. I would highly recommend that book if that's something you haven't looked at, because most of what I'm sharing with you in this series is going to be fairly dedicated to that book. A lot of that book has been served as an inspiration for me to do the work that I do, like I said earlier, just in this video moments ago. I have a tendency of repeating myself. But with that being said, I wouldn't be the right person. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for reading that and diving into it the way that I did. So here I am sharing my story with you through this video. Where do I even begin when it comes to looking into chakra healing and what it did for me? Because holy moly, I am 23 years old and I started this journey when I was 19 when it comes to healing, recovery, overcoming self-sabotage. Like, I took it really seriously when I became 19, and then moving forward in my life, that's what I've been doing to this day, and here to send that to these beautiful people watching. But when it comes to the chakra system and the journeying and the healing that I did to get to where I am, oh my goodness, it was kind of like educational stuff that kind of just fell on my path. Breadcrumbs were kind of thrown out at me from the universe's hands. Like, the universe was giving me breadcrumbs of information. A lot of this came from when I was studying to become a yoga therapist. And in Vancouver, I went through yoga teacher training, and then I went through yoga therapy philosophy training. So there were two different schools, two different things, and the deeper that I got into it as I continued journeying within, I started learning about the philosophy that lies behind yoga in itself and teaching it, practicing it, the evolution of it as a whole, and I also got to dive into the chakra system. Now, the chakra system has lied in my life and been a big part of my life since I started my practice of yoga, which was, oh my God, that's crazy. I've been doing yoga since I was 13 years old. Absolutely 10 years ago. Whoa, I feel old now. What? I feel so old right now. Ew. With that being said though, the chakra system has made me very curious when it comes to understanding ourselves in a deeper light. To refresh your memories in case there's people watching this video and they have no clue what the chakra system is. The chakra system is basically, as it says up above, it is the energy centers in the body. There's 7 main ones from my basic understanding. You're gonna get to dive into each and every one of them, and each energy center has specific responsibility. It has its own obstacle, we'll call it. It has its own obstacle for you to overcome to find wholeness and peace within that chakra. I've also learned through my journeying within the chakras that we have been pronouncing chakras wrong the entire time. Technically, they are pronounced chakra, and they are spelt not like this. They are actually spelt like that. However, for the cases of you guys understanding it, I will not be using this correct spelling in this video because I want everyone to really retain the knowledge as much as possible. Just remember though, moving forward for cultural appropriation purposes, it is not actually spelled this way. It is actually spelled that way, my loves, okay? Giving you a little sneak peek though, I want you guys to understand something very important. Something so important that I think is gonna make you want to stay tuned. Something that's gonna make you want to understand more about these chakra placements in the body. And that is the demons that are owned by each chakra in your body. The 7 total chakras actually hold, we'll call them an obstacle, you can call them a demon, you can call them a blockage of some sort that you must work through and overcome, reflect on in your life, do some introspecting on to help you overcome that ailment and to overcome this blockage that I feel like everyone has experienced at every point in their life. And to start, the root chakra is owned by fear, sacral is guilt, solar plexus is shame, heart is grief, throat chakra is lies, third eye is illusion, and crown chakra is attachment. Moving through all these things is what helps you reach true inner peace, true inner happiness. Because remember, the only person responsible for your happiness is yourself, my love, nobody else. This is the best way to overcome those self-sabotaging tendencies that you've been trying to get over, uncreate any unhealthy patterns, behaviors, thought patterns, things that you have been trying to break out of for such a long time. Any old narratives that you've been telling yourself in your head, all those stories that aren't true anymore, my loves, this is how you overcome those things. You have to go one by one. I will highly recommend though something very important here that I want you to remember in this video today. If you resonate with one chakra when it comes to, let's say, the blockages that I shared more than the other, but it's not the root, I encourage you guys, please start at the root chakra and work your way up slowly. Because if we don't work on the fundamental blocks, which is the chakras 1 to 3 to start, everything else isn't gonna work out. Remember, everything plays its own part, and everything is connected to each other in its own way for a very specific reason. When it comes to how the chakras move, or the energies move through the chakra centers, they like to move in a linking pattern. As such, up, shooting through the crown, and they also like to work moving down at a down current of energy, shooting through the root into the Mama Earth down below us. So there are 2 different currents that they move through, and current going up is the current of freedom. Moving downward is the current of manifestation. These currents can only actually move fluidly through each other, through each chakra center, if all chakras are balanced and not overactive or underactive or blocked or unblocked. We must work through healing each chakra center in order to make sure all of these currents are working. When it comes to, for example, trying to manifest what you want, if you felt like you've always had so much trouble trying to get the stuff that you want out of your life, there's a reason for that, and a lot of this has to do with a lot of blockages going on within. That is why we have to turn our beautiful eyes inwards. The way that we work with our friends through their own problems in life, we gotta do that for ourselves right now and turn those healing rolling eyes inwards and send ourselves some more unconditional love. Send ourselves some more curiosity to want to understand why we are the way we are, because there's no fixed way of being in life. There's only growth and moving forward. We can't move backwards in life. So why are we still letting ourselves try to do that, right? Called you out, my loves. When it comes to looking at the imbalances and the balances of the chakra system in its entirety, I'm going to be using the sacral chakra as an example. That blockage of guilt. Guilt is a horrible feeling. I know we've all felt it before, right? Guilt can make us not want to feel those horrible things eating us up inside. So what we'll do is we'll go to escapist tendencies, which is one of those symptoms that has to do with overactive sacral chakra. It's someone who has a thirst for adrenaline. Adrenaline junkies are people who have overactive sacral chakras versus an underactive sacral chakra, which could be someone who has a lot of trouble feeling or having their emotions be a thing. As the element of the sacral chakra is water, which again, we're going to be diving into each chakra in the system one by one in the videos to come in the series. So it is about fluidity, is about flowing, is about our emotional body. And when we put that into consideration, when we put that as a factor, adrenaline junkies are people that want to feel alive, quote unquote. A lot of people who are adrenaline junkies out there are dying to feel alive. Why are they dying to feel alive? They should be feeling that feeling constantly within their life, but there's something missing. There's a blockage. Is this making sense now, guys? See, like if you really start seeing it in that deeper light, it really changes your entire perspective and you're like, I want to do this now. I want to be better, because this is literally the key to everyone's suffering. And this is the key that can help you get out there and live the life that you've always wanted for yourself. Please take this call of action to want to know yourself better. Subscribe. And it's not even for subscribing for me to make me happy, guys. It's for your sake. It's for you guys to want to learn and understand yourselves better and more than you've ever thought you could before, because the chakra system is a beautiful guide to help you do that for yourself. And remember, everything that I put on my channel in my videos has to do with my own personal healing and growth journey. I've done it all. I've gone through it all, and I want to give you guys all the information, as much information as possible, because I can't bear to see people suffer. The amount of people that are suffering in their life right now, it makes me speechless to really think about it. It's hard for my mind to grasp the idea that probably every single person watching this video right now is suffering in their own way or in some area in your life. And for that, it makes me want to cry, because it's so sad. It is heartbreaking to see how many people feel so out of power, feel powerless in their lives right now, or they feel like they can't do something, get something right, or be successful in this, be good enough in that, when in reality, you can be giving yourselves everything you need right now just by doing some digging, just by doing some exploring, just with some desire, a little desire to want to understand yourself better. Watch where it can take you. Watch where the horizon leads, because, my loves, this is why I'm doing things so slowly. This is why each video is a step-by-step, why I'm giving you little by little pieces of information, because I do not want you guys diving into this all at once and overwhelming your brains. Remember, healing is a process, not an event, okay? It's about the journey, not the destination, my loves. So one thing I would love to encourage you to do, I would love for you to do some reflecting on the word fear to start. I would love for you to write down on a piece of paper, fear, and then write down the question, what does this word mean to me? Give yourself a whole page to write it out. Explain what you feel. It doesn't even need to be a whole page worth of words. It doesn't need to make sense. What matters is that you're writing it and that you're putting it out on paper. See what happens. See if it's hard or see if it's easy. Everyone goes through this journey of healing very differently than another. I don't want anyone putting pressure on themselves to feel like, oh, I need to have a bunch of words written down on paper. No, my loves, that's not the point of the exercise. The point of the exercise is to try to understand how your psyche works, how your psyche reacts to the word fear and this exercise. And the only way we can find out is by putting it on paper and seeing what wants to come out and what doesn't want to come out. If there's a hesitancy, we know that there is a restriction. So that means automatically that there is something going on. There is something under the scenes within you that is locking your key, locking your access to finding all that information within, to finding all those discoveries when it comes to being able to be the best version of yourself. That's what we are trying to understand, especially in my channel. channel. That's what I'm trying to help you understand. I'm trying to help you get that key that can unlock all that information for you. All those answers you've been trying to find, that you were trying to find outside of yourself, is already within you, my loves. It's just that the key was missing and we're trying to find that. If this resonates with you, you can even do the practice in the comment section down below. Write down fear and then put the equal sign and then write out what fear means to you. This is a safe space, and if anyone ends up being a bully on here, you are immediately going to be blocked and you are immediately going to be reported. I don't want that stuff here. I don't want any bad energy. I want to make a community. I want us to help support each other in our journeys for growth, for betterment of ourselves. I feel like everyone deserves to have support. I wish I had support. Oh my God, my loves, that's why I make this channel. I make this channel because I don't want anyone to be alone. I don't want anyone to feel alone in the way I did when I went through my healing. I believe I went through those things this young so I can teach everyone that I meet how to do it for themselves. And the knowledge that I want to share on here, guys, I just feel like it would be so valuable for your own personal healing if you were to follow or subscribe or whatever the hell the word is. With that being said, though, I send you guys so much unconditional love. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day, and I definitely plan on uploading another video. Staying tuned. Sending you guys so much love. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.